Hello, this is Captain Paxo, welcoming you back to some Dark Souls Remastered. Bow only. Sort of good stuff. It has been a hot minute since I played last. Okay, cool. So, Leering, Favor, Cool. We could just try and take on Thingamadoodle. The Four Kings. Yeah, why not? So a little insight into just like my process for doing this series. As you're probably well aware, I take pretty extensive breaks from playing Dark Souls Remastered. I think the last video, well, the time in between episode 4 and 5 was something like 2-3 months, something like that. It was a long ass time. But the thing is that's been sitting on my hard drive for pretty much all that time. Because when I get the drive to actually play Dark Souls Remastered and do an episode of this bow only challenge, it's generally because like I have that video or the previous episode on my hard drive and I start uploading it, and then I start recording the next episode whilst the previous one is uploading. So at the time of recording, episode 5 is uploading. And so I'm recording episode 6. You're gonna... yeah, Dark Hand. Ooh! Leo Ring. Coming in real handy. Handy dandy schmandy. Not gonna be able to use it against the Four Kings though, because, you know... that... Hello. So yeah, episode 5 currently uploading, currently recording episode 6. Hopefully I upload it before I start recording episode 7, because that would just be, well, it'd be classic me for sure, but it wouldn't exactly be cool now, would it? And speaking of like the big gap in between uploads, I don't think my channel's ever gonna die. It just sort of goes into hibernation. I know I saw a comment recently. I don't think it was very recent posting, like it was a few weeks old. But it said like, oh man, it's a shame to see your channel's dead, and it's not dead, it's just in hibernation. Where are these bastards? There we go. This is gonna be interesting, so I might not be speaking all that more. Oh, fuck! What is depth perception? Ow! Been playing too much Monster Hunter. Iframes in the start of the roll. I mean, they're in the middle of the roll in Dark Souls, but not in Monster Hunter. They're at the beginning of the roll in Monster Hunter, and they're super tight. That's not gonna hit me. Oh fuck, that's the second one already. Uh-oh, that was a mistake. Big mistake! One. Just the one. One. Just the one. Ooh. Fucking die. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! I'm gonna face tank it. Face tanking was a bad idea. Oh! That depth perception, man, it's fucking nasty. Whew. Yeah, speaking of which, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. Not World. If I was playing a lot of Monster Hunter World, I probably would have recorded it and actually, you know, made some videos on it. I've been playing a lot of Generations Ultimate on the Switch, and I don't have any way to record that. So no videos from that. Although I am looking into getting an Elgato HD 60S. something like that. But it's like 155 quid, which is a little bit expensive. It's not quite outside of my price range, but it is a little pricey. So I'm a little hesitant on doing that, but I do have videos planned for that once I get it. But the hiatuses. I take a lot of hiatuses because I do get burnt out on making YouTube videos. I enjoy it, but it can really burn you out pretty quick if you do it too intensely. And that tends to happen for me, you know? So, plenty of breaks, plenty of long breaks, but I always come back, you know? It's just a matter of time. Leo, yep. Ooh. Because I can get a counter on this dude and maybe two-shot him. Ooh, 281, not bad. Oh! Damn! Dude. Does some serious damage. Chug a little bit of this. Those projectiles are going to be really nasty for me to try and not get twatted by. So yeah, if there's a big old, like, gap in between uploads, I'm just on hiatus. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be pissed off at me, because, like, you probably should, because, you know, I'm just, like, the best at making regular uploads, you know? Fucking YouTuber of the year over here. But yeah. Alright. Let's see if we can't do a little bit better this time. Gonna be trying the poison arrows. Where's Bloodstain? There it is! Alright. Oh, fuck me. What the fuck? I'm... Alright. Fucking lingering hitbox bullshit. Asswipe. Fucking hell. Like, what can I do in that situation? I was getting up, I was in the fucking recovery animation of standing up. I guess I could have rolled, but I probably still would have taken damage. In fact, I probably would have taken instability damage. Can you not poison the Four Kings? You probably can't poison the Four Kings. I might have... Yeah, I'm at the edge of the arena. Because believe it or not, there is an edge of this arena. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. So we're just gonna have to face tank those? Like, what the fuck? I can't roll through them because I get twatted. And getting hit in a roll, excuse me, is instability frames. So, like, we just have to, like, fucking... Oh, god damn it. Oh god, there's another one. Ah, that's really bad. Oh god, there's another one. Or at least I thought there was another one. What are you doing getting involved? Oh, I'm at the edge of the arena again. Oh! I swear I hit the roll button there, but you know, fuck off. Oh god, who's the weak one? They're surrounding me. No! You're the weak one. Fight me. Cock. Ow. Oh, that was dumb. What are you doing? Oh, you're getting involved now as well. PlayStation's telling me it can't download fucking Rainbow Six Siege update, even though I'm not connected to the internet. And haven't been for about, like, 12 minutes now, so thanks for that. Fuck you. Oh no, I'm gonna die! Oh! I just have to get away from it. Oh, bollocks, dude. Like, what am I supposed to fucking do? Ow. Welcome to the Four Kings edition, where I fight them 46 times and die every single time. Oh no. Well, tits, I hope they don't fire any projectiles. Well, cock. Woo! That was a mistake. Bollocks. We might need a little bit more Estus. Or just a lot more damage. We could replace the Ring of Favor with the Leo, and that would give us a lot more damage. Don't have the Rite of Kindling. Let's go get the Rite of Kindling. And maybe we'll get some souls and we can level up, get some more damage. Because that's really the big deal right there. Because Four Kings, damaged, it's a DPS race. And, well, we don't have the DPS and we can't avoid the, or at least I'm not good enough to be able to avoid the flipping, that projectile. There's absolutely a way you can do it, but I have no idea what that way is. Ugh. Big shame. Big shame. God damn. We found the wall. We found the wall of this playthrough. You can't fucking beat Four Kings. I mean, you can, but you need some damage. Oh, hello. Excuse me, bastard. Oh, this is going to be interesting as well. Because this guy's got some really weird startup. But we can flinch him, so. Oh, what the fuck? Fucking hell. There you go. Oh boy. This has definitely been an interesting episode. How much do we need to level up? A lot. How much is our AR? 379? It's not great. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great either, especially for something that attacks as infrequently as this, as the bow. Not a good look. Gonna need to get some more strength and more dex as well. Because this is like, what, a CC? Yeah, CC. See if I can snipe you. Ooh, right in the noggin. Haha! Can you get a line of sight on the dude over there from here? No, but maybe from down there. Huh. Oh. There you go. God, I keep hitting the wrong button, because L is like the... Well, L1 is the button to refocus your camera. In Monster Hunter. Ooh, fuck. Run, run, run. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh. All right. Get off. Whew. Oh, what the fuck? Ow! Please, like, stay right there. Yes! Oh, I got a humanity from that as well. I've never seen that. Look at now. This game's been out for like, what, 10 years? Almost? And still discovering new crud. Ooh. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. Is that boy gonna follow me? Is that boy... How do they follow me? Oh, they can't. Aha! Okay. Ooh? I had something, like a topic that I wanted to talk about, and I can never remember what it was. And that's really, really frustrating. Something about, like, context in arguments and stuff like that. Hi, Patches. No. I'm not a cleric, bro. Oh, I should probably check what my jumping button is. Okay. It is the right still. Oh, hello! Could you fucking... I hate that move. So much nonsense. Got it. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, why not? I sometimes struggle with where I'm meant to go. And this, what the f... Okay. Casually dodge that. Could go down to Vamos, but... Oh, there is a bonfire down at Vamos, isn't there? Because they did that. They decided that would... Fucking hell. That would be a good idea. Which is a really nice change. Right? Aha! Bonfire at Vamos. Makes upgrading fire and chaos weapons a hell of a lot better. Which is not something I normally do, so I never really went to Vamos anyway, but now that that bonfire's there, it's... Yeah, it's gonna be useful in a minute when I die. Oh! Don't even think about it. Phew. Do we not have any, Firelink souls? No, I just noticed Meister's is +2. Oh, wow. Whoa! I hit the wrong button to dodge. What? I think he just, like, replaced himself with a clone. Oh, there you go, that was easy. And got the Burger King mask. Could just head back. Or we could press on to the Tomb of the Giants. I'm pretty sure we've done like the Lord Vessel stuff. Decisions. Alright, it doesn't automatically go in your hotbar anymore, does it? Alright, let's see if I can remember the way to go with Tomb of the Giants. It's so much darker than I remember. And down here. And down this one. And then through that boyk's legs, and through that boyk's legs. And then down here, and hopefully one of them doesn't follow us. And then we can hit the bonfire. There we go. Hey, and we can level up as well. That'll give us 404, and that'll just give us 400. Okay. Strength it is. And I have no reason to do anything with patches, I don't think. Hello.
You again? You've been a stranger. It's good to see you. All right. There's a fine. I found it, but in any case.
Alright. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've done this run. So I'm pretty sure I can remember it. And then we run over here, using that treasure as a footmark, and then just drop off here. Badabushka! And across here. Silver Serpent Ring, and then run away. With the capital run. Oh, fuck, I haven't done that. Okay. I haven't. As you can tell, it's been a while since I've played this character. But hey, we got the Silver Serpent Ring, which is nice. And now we can go to Firelink Shrine. So I'm just trying to think. Oh, we missed one of the Firekeeper souls in Blighttown, didn't we? That's normally the one I miss, because there's the one up at Undead Parish, then there's the one in New Londo, and I always get those two. But the one in Blighttown is always a bit. That's a big maybe. All right. Versar Hollow. Costs 1 humanity, and then another 2 to max out Firelink Shrine, which is going to be real useful. And now we can spam heals for days. Yes. Yes, healing wasn't broken in Dark Souls 1, not at all. And just because, I have to make the distinction, just because I think like the healing was a little overdone in Dark Souls 1 doesn't necessarily make it an easier game. It does make it easier, but doesn't make it easy. Oh, and that's a topic that, you know, pisses me off a lot. Is people saying, oh yes, Dark Souls, the hardest game on the planet. Yes, definitely. It's like, no, it's not. Not even remotely. Difficult, yes. Challenging, yes. Hardest game on the planet? No. And that was very frustrating, because that came up in my life about a week ago. About a week? Yeah, about a week ago. Where I was playing some Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, because, you know, I'm the biggest nerd in this town. And the topic of Dark Souls came up. I can't quite remember how exactly, but it came up. And one of the people there queried about like a mod that like randomizes the location of enemies or something like that. Which, you know, she's probably confusing the randomizer mod, which like randomizes the weapons and items that you get, and the Black Phantom mod, or the Gravelord mod. So I explained the Gravelord mod, you know, like infects your world with the Gravelord status, so there's red phantoms everywhere and they're super beefy, and that some people would pair that with the Hyper Aggro mod, so you'd have all these crazy ass phantoms all over the place. Just, do I have the better moss? I don't have the better moss. I should have some dung pies then, right? No? I'm gonna get some dung pies. What are you aiming at? But, yeah, so I explained that, and then she was like, oh, but why would you do that? Like, Dark Souls is already like one of the hardest games ever, and it was this immediate face-met desk moment. Like, straight up. My hands and my face met the table, and I was like, ah, just go for it. It was very difficult to, you know, not burst into a rant of like, it's not even like I don't know how to put it, like relatively difficult in terms of like all the difficult games that there are, you know, like in terms of like some of the hardest games around, and even in modern gaming, that probably won't be enough to poison me. And you know, I was like, I kind of wanted to go into a rant about like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, where, you know, Monster Hunter, but the exhaust status didn't exist, so monsters would just keep attacking, and they'd only get harder and harder as the hunt progressed. And hitboxes were all kinds of jank, and they were the monsters were super lethal, like they just did really crazy damage. Let's see if this can poison me. Oh yeah, that'll poison me. Sweet. Ooh, fuck off. Stop it! Stop it! You might be wondering why I poisoned myself with the dung pies, because that's a toxic. And these guys also do toxic, but there's actually like a programming error where the toxic damage that you take, like if you're toxic from the dung pods, you actually take less damage over time than if you're toxic by the blow dart guys. So it is actually a legit strategy to poison yourself with the dung bombs, and then you get immunity from the super dangerous toxin that exists from the blow dart guys. Right. Can I see any other boiks? There's one. And I can actually hit him. But also like games like well, any Gears of War game on insane difficulty. Or like Call of Duty on its hardest difficulty, you know, like World at War and like Mile High Club and stuff like that. You know, and it's just like, oh yes, Dark Souls is the pinnacle of difficulty. It's like, it's Ray Zhang would like to have a word with you. You know? Dual Apex 140 Ray Zhang would like to have a word with you. Okay. And now we can get Estus +3. There we go. Okay, so large arrows are the most damaging arrows that we can use. And on top of that, we've fully upgraded our... We haven't upgraded any of our armor. Okay. Do I have any materials to do it? I have some. I guess I'm gonna go fucking farm some souls now. Whoops. Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? Like, upgrading armor. Because that's another thing that just really, really helps. Upgrade your dang nabbit armor. But yeah, I get a little bit tired of hearing that Dark Souls is like the pinnacle of difficulty. I just, like, the more I play Monster Hunter, the more I'm just like, it's not even remotely true that Dark Souls is the pinnacle of difficulty. It's like Monster Hunter does a much better job of it, you know? But it's like, oh yeah, well, you know, Dark Souls was more popular. Because they were both around the same era. Well, actually, Monster Hunter came out way before even Demon Souls, you know? Monster Hunter was like PS2 era, that was the first one, and then PSP, and then Wii, and DS, and now Switch, and PC, and console. Which is nice. Everyone gets to play Monster Hunter now. But it's like it always existed, and it was always very difficult, and it's gotten a lot better in terms of, like, accessibility. You see there, without the Leo ring, that damage drop from 281 to 208. It's so significant, you know? And we've upgraded our strength twice, like we've increased it by 2 points. So if you ever wanted proof that, the Leo ring affects bows, there it is. Oh, thank you. Probably be needing those. But, yeah, it's like Monster Hunter's been around for a lot longer than Dark Souls. But Dark Souls just, like, released at the right time on the right platforms for the masses to be able to play it. Because Monster Hunter's always been, like, super niche. You know? And it's still relatively niche. I mean, Monster Hunter World sold, like, what, a total of 13 million copies across Xbox and PS4, which is pretty, like, that's really impressive. But it's, like, in terms of AAA, it's still actually fairly niche. I mean, like, what, GTA sold, like, 70 million so far? Probably more than that. Call of Duty tends to sell about 20 million, but that's like Call of Duty. What the fuck?
Bye, have a great time.
What is going on with the enemies today? I have never seen that. I am so confused. Confused I beard. What? What is this dude doing? Where is he going? I mean, there's ghosts up there. I guess that's where he lives. You can kind of see a little bit of waviness, like heat waves there. I think that's where he lives. But why was he down here? Why did This game's weird, man. Dark Souls Remastered is just really bizarre. Like, it's the same game, but they didn't quite get it perfect, so some of the AI gets a bit tismy. And that was like on day one as well, when it was like enemies were just like super aggro for like no reason. Do I have a better weapon for farming souls? I think I did. I think I was like using a claymore or something. Whoops. There we go. 338. Yeah, but I can parry with it, which will just deal lots of damage. Unless the enemy is just retarded, which tends to happen because it's Dark Souls. Yep. Get fucked. And that's the mostly part of the title. Mostly bow only. Not entirely bow only. Mostly bow only. And that's mostly because I just can't be bothered to do an exclusively bow only playthrough, because I think I'd blow my brains out, dude. Especially in the early game where it's like you haven't got any fucking souls to be able to purchase bow or arrows. Oh! I can toggle saving my life right there. Oh yeah, that heals a lot better. Anyway, let's get these souls to Andre and start upgrading our armor. The topic of difficulty is always really interesting, and there's a lot of different ways to talk about it, and because pretty much everything in your game is going to affect the difficulty. You know, if you give omnidirectional rolling, it makes the game easier, because you can now roll in any which direction that you want, instead of maybe accidentally rolling in a direction that you don't want, or being like restricted to cardinal directions. You know, it frees you a lot from that. Increasing movement speed allows you to traverse the terrain a lot quicker, which in some instances will allow you to get away from enemies, or get into range of enemies to be able to deal with them. Again, that can make it easier or harder. But in general, increasing your player's move speed will make it a lot easier, because, you know, they can get in range of a certain enemy, take them out before anything else gets to them, and can run away a lot easier, you know? There's plenty of discussion to have about it, and one of the interesting things about Dark Souls bosses that I always only really noticed once I started playing Monster Hunter is that they don't have a turning animation. Most of the bosses in Dark Souls, when they turn, they just sort of pivot, like on a fucking like rotunda or something, you know? Okay, so I need a total of 4 for each piece. So that is total of 12, right? Or am I dumb? No, I'm not quite dumb. I'm pretty stupid, but well, today I'm pretty smart. And then we should upgrade the Wanderer Coat, because that'll give the biggest difference. Because I mean, the head would give like +1 to physical. The gauntlets will give +2. Same for the boots, whereas the coat will give +3. So upgrade that. And then I guess we'll go to Sen's Fortress and start. Like, I don't really have enough. We have souls, don't we? Oh yeah, we have a shit ton of souls. And we'll probably need 4 for each one again, -1 for the chest piece that we upgraded. So, yeah. What else was it I wanted to talk about? Again, I'm really good at getting myself, like, kind of fucking distracted. Oh, right, there was, Oh, shit! Ow. A, news thing came out, like, gaming news, very recently. This is me dating this video. So, you know, if it comes out like 3 months later, you know how long it's been sitting on my fucking hard drive for. Layman Gaming just uploaded a video on the Ooblets developer saying some really stupid things. Because they recently like took an exclusivity deal from Epic because their company was like running out of money. So they took that, and now their game is an Epic exclusive, despite the fact that it was crowdfunded for Steam, which, you know, pissed off a lot of people, because that's just how that works. But instead of being, like, reasonable about it and being like, look, we know it pissed you guys off, but, like, we had no money. No, instead they're just like, gamers are entitled, and all that sort of, like, usual stuff, you know, toxic nonsense, and it's just like, oh, for God's sake, you're digging your own grave here. And I can never understand it when, fucking developers turn a situation into, like, an us versus them. Ooh, that's a lot of souls I need. But it's like, if their community disagrees with something that the developer does or says, it's just really bizarre to see the developer turn around and be like, oh, you're all entitled, toxic, something or other, you know? Instead of being like, alright, well, we fucked up, we need to, like, turn this around and make amends, you know? Because it's like, a game needs its customers in order to succeed, but the customers need a satisfying game in order to purchase and play, in order to be customers, you know? Ooh, I still need some more souls. Fuck. You know? So it's just... it doesn't make any sense for a developer to be antagonistic, because it's like... what do you think you're doing? You know, you need your customers, or else your game will fail. And a surefire way to make sure that all of your customers are, like, super pissed off is to basically, well, first of all, go Epic exclusive, like, people tend to not like that, but then also call your audience, like, entitled, toxic, like, whatever the hell, you know? So, 12, an additional 1, and an additional... I need 15, I need 1 more. So another 4,000, then I'm going to need some extra souls in order to upgrade the armor. Core of the Iron Golem, sure. Ooh, that's giving him a good amount. There we go, and that should be plenty. And that's leads into, like, generalizing, because there are some people, there are certain voices on the internet who have a really bad habit of generalizing their audience. So they'll look at a like, let's say, for example, a group of people say X on the internet, and then another group of people say Y on the internet, where X and Y are contradictory statements. Some of these voices look at both of these statements and for some reason assume they're from the same group of people, like they're the same voices, so to speak. And it's like, that's not how the internet works, I'm afraid. Yeah, okay, so we could farm some chunks and, like, get +9 everything. Or we could give Thingy another go. We might give Thingy another go. Whoops. Warp to Filing Shrine. But, a good example of this was I was watching the, I think it's Teamwork Cast? It's like the very first Monster Hunter podcast that exists on YouTube. It's like super old. So it was like back when this was back in like Try and Portable Third days. This was like before 3 Ultimate, you know. So like 2011, quite old. And back then, like feminism in gaming was like actually acceptable. It was nowhere near the monstrosity and colossal disaster that it's turned into, where it's like you say feminism or SJW and you just get like this whole train of like Anita Sarkeesian and like what is it, John Malkovich or something, I can't remember, what the fuck is his name, Macintosh, that's it. And just idiotic statement after idiotic statement of just like, oh yeah, well, we need more like strong female protagonists, despite there being a slew of strong female protagonists, you know. So it was definitely a very interesting podcast to watch in retrospect, because it's like listening to some of the arguments that this woman was making, and I was like, I can see that, but you need to qualify it a little bit more. Like, she was saying like there needs to be better female representation in games as opposed to just, you know, bikini chainmail or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, fair enough, back in that day, sure. But if you're saying like in the industry as a whole, then yeah. However, if you're like saying in this particular game that needs to happen, then not so much, because some games just have a particular style of doing that sort of stuff. And to, wow, 351, woo, tasty. Going against that sort of stuff is kind of against the style of the game, so it's very much on a case-by-case basis. But the topic came up of, like, I guess, misogyny, but in kind of a mature way. Again, like, I have to preface that this isn't, like, the crazy, like, conspiracy theory or, like, super left-leaning SJW type. This was just, like, a conversation about female representation in games, and it was, like, the guy who hosts the podcast with the video footage, Shepard, he was playing a female character in his save file of Monster Hunter. And he mentioned that he got a number of comments that were just really weirded out by the fact that a guy was playing as a female character. Which, you know, well, he also mentioned that, like, some of his audience were, like, quite young, and it's like, that is kind of a mentality that fairly young people have, and, like, there's a mentality that I had when I was young. Like, I was just a little bit weirded out. Obviously, I've gotten over that, and I'm, like, super comfortable with it. But back then, it was just a little bit weird. It's like, why would I play as a female? I'm not a girl, I'm a guy. I'm gonna play as a guy, you know? And I even know, like, a handful of people who tend to not play as female characters because, like, they want to be represented by them on the screen, so playing as a female character kind of distracts them. To some extent or other. Can I get stuck on it? Nice. And, you know, it's fair, you know, it's just a difference of opinion. But then the woman on the podcast, the guest, said that it's really interesting that these are probably the same sorts of people who would say that a woman should be okay with playing as a guy in a game. And I just thought immediately, it's not necessarily the one and the same, you know? Ooh. Oh, fuck. Ow. It's doing significantly less damage, though. Cock. You want to pin me in a corner and do that, you bastard? Alright. But yeah, it's like they're definitely not... I would find it hard to believe that they're the same group. I mean, maybe they are, but I can't buy it. You know? There's the second king. Yep, there he is. Oh, you bitch. Toss! What's going on?
My control thing's working.
Why can't I lock on? What? 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 You saw that, right? Like in trying to lock on, it just wouldn't. Maybe they were out of bounds. Maybe they can do that because they're cheating bastards. Oh, there's a boundary. Oh, you bitch. Son of a whore. Why don't you get involved? God. Oh, fuck. Cockface. Cock, dude. Fuck off. You mind? Oh, fucking hell. That really tripped me up. Do the thing, you twat! Oh, I'm getting grabbed. I have very, very few chances of getting out of here. Motherfucker. That was going really well until I got fucked by boundaries, dude. Like, that's the problem with doing this bow-only stuff, is you're constantly retreating, but you don't know where the goddamn boundaries of this arena is because it's all just pitch black. Spatial awareness out the window. Who cares, right? God. I have not had this much trouble with Four Kings in a really, really long time. But the topic at hand, where did I leave off? Yeah, like generalizing the audience of like the same people who are a little bit weirded out that a guy is playing as a female character are the same people who say that you know, a woman should be okay with playing as a guy. It's like, I mean, maybe there's some crossover, but I highly doubt that like everyone is in the same camp. And that's just one of those things that I really don't like in any conversation or argument, is generalizing, because it really makes you look stupid. Because all you have to do is like think, well, would they really be the same people? Maybe they're different voices. And another one of those things is context. Like, this is where I was going to get into the whole shebang of like, I really don't like people who ignore context, because that really pisses me off as well. It makes you look really stupid as soon as you apply context to it. Like, I'm gonna have to get into like Star Wars Last Jedi discussion, which I don't think I've really done on my channel. So I have no idea how well this is going to go down, but chances are... Oh, fuck me, dude. Do it. Get. Anyway. Yeah, so Last Jedi. Because I was watching a really good video that had like some guest appearances in it occasionally, and one of those people had a really, really bad take on the Last Jedi, where she essentially said that, like, oh, well, fans of Star Wars have been requesting to see Leia exhibit Force powers, and then when she does, like, the whole, like, flying, like, the Mary Poppins scene in The Last Jedi, they all hated it. God, gee, what hypocrites, am I right? It's like, no! I mean, if you completely ignore literally all of the context, then yeah, they're fucking hypocrites. But guess what? As soon as you apply any amount of context to it, all of a sudden you look like a fucking idiot. Oh, you bitch. I'm really worried about this projectile. I don't want to sit still for too long. Oh, it cunt. Yeah, sure, you can just stand there like a lemon, why not? Cock. That's why you stick close to the four kings. They do a lot less damage when you're close to them as opposed to far away. Turn around, you... Oh, fuck, I'm getting caught. Oh, get. Unfortunately for you, I have range on my side. Oh, fuck off! Gangbanging me. Come here, I'm fighting you! Dumbass AI. There we go, one down. There's another one already. Please keep spamming this. This is amazing. Oh, my bad. Oh, you get! You smarmy fucking... Yeah, no, Four Kings are well designed. What are you doing getting involved? Ah, great, the one behind me is getting involved as well. You wanna fight? Let's fight. Oh, now he's getting involved as well. I can't even see him. There he is. Oh, cock. I don't think this is a boss that I can do live. So I think I'm gonna have to just, like, call it quits here. And then do it in my own time and put post commentary over it, because this is, like, This is really riling me up. There's not many games these days that can piss me off as much as this is. Which is definitely interesting, you know? Because I haven't felt this kind of difficulty in Dark Souls in a really, really long time. So I'm not used to it at all. I'm used to kind of like sunshine and rainbows level of difficulty. Because I've just played through this game so many times. But this boss is just... it is doing something wicked to me. Oh boy. Anyway, it's been over an hour. It might get edited down. It should probably get edited down, to be honest. Especially with a couple of cuts in capture, which is always fun. Maybe I'll do some leveling up, some farming of my my armor. Get up to 30 strength, maybe. Maybe even 25 vitality, I don't know. Haven't quite decided. We will see. Because normally, like, the Four Kings, I kill them before they have a chance to really be threatening at all. That's generally how it goes for me. But in this situation, I don't have the damage per second. I just don't. There's no way I can do it. I mean, I can look up online, maybe they have like some serious elemental weakness to like fire or something. But even then, it's like, if I use fire arrows, it's split between 35 physical thrust and 50 fire. So it's getting its damage reduced twice. Whereas with the large arrows, it's just 60 thrust, so it's only getting its damage reduced once. And it's not like I can really change my strategy either, because the whole point is I'm going to be doing it bow only. Anyway, I shan't keep you any longer, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time when I kick the Four Kings' butt so hard that I'm never going to fight them again. Ciao.